This is our chicken coop and run. Our chicken coop is fairly small. It's only 4x8. It was actually a playhouse when we bought it, and we just turned it into our chicken coop. We painted it and built a new door for it. So we built the door in 2 parts because my goal was to build a screen door behind it so that I could open the top, have this open in the summer, and it would still be closed so that they couldn't fly out. We just never got around to doing that. So anyways, we do the deep litter method. This is actually my first time keeping chickens over the winter, and I did the deep litter method. You don't really have much of a choice here because it freezes solid, so you just have to keep putting new material down on the floor. And I am very, very much dreading cleaning this out. It is an absolute disaster. So before winter, in about October, we were still having fairly decent weather, and I pressure washed this entire coop. It looked brand new. I washed the walls, everything. It was super clean. So this is what it has turned into over about, I would say, 5 months. From November until now, which is March. So it is very dirty. There is a very thick layer on the ground, and I am just totally done with this. I just got 9 new hens, and it's just building up. Oh my gosh, there's actually some eggs though. Ah! Hey girl, what are you doing in there? What's up? Hey! You're broody? Are you broody? You're not even sitting on anything. Oh my goodness. Calm down, it's okay. Yeah, and of course this... Hey, I'm talking! Shh! Shh! Girls! They said roosters are noisy. Oh my gosh. Okay, girl. Settle down. But as you can... Okay. What? Are you gonna let me talk? Or am I gonna have to kick you out? So you can see why her comb looks so bad is she got some frostbite. That's unfortunate. Okay, now you can be quiet. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Our dog is awesome. He just leaves them alone. They're used to him. He's used to them. I'm so happy to have a dog that just can chill out like that with chickens around. But yeah, instead of using their nesting boxes, which I just literally cleaned the other day, put fresh straw down, and all they do is empty the straw, they kick it onto the floor, and then they go lay their eggs in that freaking corner of the coop where I really can hardly reach. And it drives me absolutely crazy, but at least we are getting some eggs. Very happy about that. I'm gonna go check the other place where we usually have an egg and see if there's one there. At the back of the coop, we built a lean-to just for some dry storage. It's where I keep their feed and the diatomaceous earth and stuff like that. And they like to lay eggs here. Oh, yep. There is an egg. Wow. And I already collected 2 this morning, so that is 6 eggs. Well, things are going smoothly. Turns out my pitchfork is completely frozen in the ground. Yeah, so that's not coming out. I'm gonna go see if I can get to the garden and see if my other one is accessible. Alright, so over here is the compost area I made last summer out of pallets. And here is my pitchfork. Oh, darn it. Handle is also frozen in the ground. But I'm going to see if I can get that out. Oh, I literally pulled with all my might, and that is not coming out. Oh, boy. Those are my only 2 pitchforks as far as I know. Alright, I'm going to have to work at that somehow and get this sucker out. So we had some crazy winds this winter. It ripped off all the house wrap we had put on the shed. We just pieced it together, so it's a lot of used plywood underneath there. It looks worse than it actually is, but yeah, the wind kind of gave that a beating, as well as this greenhouse that we just got last fall. I've never even used it, but we got it for free. Picked it up on a buy and sell website, and yeah, all the panels have pretty much blown out and flown away, so that's going to be a project. I'd like to just buy some of those clear corrugated panels that are a little bit more heavy duty and put those on there. Now, it would have been smart of me to put the pitchfork in here, but did I? No. And as I suspected, I do not have another. Alright, I'm going to try to get that other one out. Oh gosh, that is rock hard. Oh, I might have done it though. No. Wow. And I thought cleaning the coop was going to be hard. I didn't know just getting the tools to clean it was going to be hard. Pitchfork has been acquired, but with how hard that ground was, I am not too hopeful of how much I'm actually going to be able to clean out of the coop, but I'm going to try nonetheless. And we're back, and she's back in the nesting box. What is up, girl? Are you actually broody? Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. Well, apparently I started too late. Finally got my pitchfork, and daughter woke up from her nap, so time to go get her. Hi! Oh my goodness, were you looking at books? Were you looking at books? Oh, you sure were, hey? You got books in your crib. Oh my goodness, she pulls them off of here into her crib when she wakes up, and she just reads books quietly. Are you the sweetest? Yes, you are. You are absolutely the sweetest. So I did not get the coop cleaned yesterday. They just got away from me, so I'm going to be attempting it today. It is super windy, but it's another beautiful day. The girls are waiting for me. I brought the egg basket for some reason. They haven't been giving me really any eggs, but maybe today will be the day. Maybe today will be the day. Hi, girls. And, no, today's not the day. 2 eggs. I mean, better than nothing, but one day this will be a full basket. I hope. This is what they do every time I let them out. And they are on the way to my dog's food bowl. They honestly eat more dog food than my dog does. So what I do to clean my chicken coop is I just park my wheelbarrow here. It's absolutely horrible wheelbarrow, but whatever. And then I just try to pitchfork all the junk out into said wheelbarrow. And I can already feel that it's still frozen. So, dang, I don't even know if this is going to work, but I do what I can at least. Oh man, you can see how much they waste the feed. There's so much feed in the hay. Behind the roosting bar is almost the worst spot. is still frozen. Tip for if you're doing this in winter is to have a sled to load it into. That would definitely be a lot easier than a wheelbarrow to wheel around in the snow. Then you can just pull it to where it needs to go. So there's no way I'm getting this wheelbarrow to the compost pile right now, which is gonna mean I'm gonna have to move it twice, but whatever. I'm not leaving this any longer. I don't know whoever said chickens are easy. They're not. I told myself I wasn't going to bring this to the compost. Yeah, here I am. So here I am at my compost bin. I'm kind of in a dilemma. This here is where I put all my, gotta catch my breath. I'm so out of shape from winter. So I told myself I'm gonna bring this to the compost. I've been sitting for so long. I need some exercise. Too much sitting in winter. Anyways, catch my breath. This is all my potting soil I dumped here because I'm like, I can reuse that this coming summer. This is all my compost from the garden and the chicken coop from last year. So that's composting. I don't want to add anything to that. And here is just junk and storage, kind of, but it's frozen to the ground. So I don't want to dump my fresh stuff on there. I don't want to dump it here. So that really only leaves me with one option, eh? Always more work than what you think it's going to be. And I should be using this cart, but the wheels are always flat. We've had 3 of these carts, and freaking wheels are useless. Here's the other one. All of these wheels are shot. Oh dang, that's really frozen to the ground. Oh, what did I do? Nothing. Alright. How are we gonna do this without breaking? Ah, freaking winter, eh? Oh my goodness. Alright. Oh man. Well, that's a problem. This is not gonna move. This is a marshmallow plant. I am actually pushing. Ah, oh, damn it. And I don't have my shovel here. Okay, that's not moving. I guess I'm covering my potting soil. Alright, dumping it on my potting soil it is. Alright, that was one little corner of the chicken coop. We've probably got another 10 of these to go. I'm determined to get this done. My chickens had lice. I thought it was mites at first, but then I did some research and mites are red. These are little yellow bugs. And I treated them about a week ago. They weren't like super infected. I only had one hen who was really bad. So that was my first time ever treating for lice or mites or anything like that. And I always put diatomaceous earth in the coop and in their nesting boxes, but that just wasn't enough. So I checked them yesterday and I couldn't find any signs of lice on them, so I think it's taken care of. But I found something else on a different hen, and I'll show you what that looks like. And I have no idea what that could be from. So, if you have any ideas, please let me know. I was doing some research online, and the only thing I came across, somebody said their hen had something similar. And somebody commented and said it looked like a chemical burn. And then I just came across this other random post of somebody saying be careful if you use ash in their dust bath, because if it gets wet, it turns to lye. And I do use ash in their dust bath, but I thought you had to heat it up for it to become caustic, but maybe I'm wrong. Could it be a chemical burn under her wing from using the ash in the dust bath? I don't know. But this is crazy. This is frozen solid. Oh. That's heavy. Yep. There's that. So I planned was to do a fun little montage of the compost slowly filling up, but that's not happening. That was my second wheelbarrow, and I'm done. I'm not bringing it here. I just had to bring enough to cover my potting soil, so I can't use it, and give up. Oh my word! But it's melting, and it's just becoming so soft and sticky, and I almost dumped the wheelbarrow like 5 times on the way here. So, although I'm stubborn, I give up. So I'm in the same boat as I was yesterday. I got not much done, and my daughter's awake from her nap. So I'm gonna go get her dressed, take her outside. It's a beautiful day, and hopefully she'll let me continue to clean the coop. And luckily I'm a little bit ahead, and I already have supper on the stove. I did forget to add wood before I left, so the fire's almost out. I'll need to get that going, but I've already got this on the stove, so at least supper will be ready, and I don't have to worry about that. Got some deer sausage, potatoes, and onions cooking. That should be delicious. So my daughter's outside now. She absolutely loves chicken. She takes after her mom. I'm so thankful of that. So a neighbor of ours does Loop, and it's a program here in Canada where you pick up... Oh, did you fall in the water? That's okay. Aww. That's why you have waterproof pants on. Yeah, you're okay. You're okay. It's very slippery there, though. Okay, come. Come. Are you okay? All better. So, yeah, they pick up from grocery stores what doesn't sell. So she gives a bunch of stuff for me to give to my chickens. So I always have plenty of stuff for them to eat in the winter. All these kinds of greens and stuff. Oh, they're going to be so excited. Get some lettuce. Ooh. Some bok choy. There we go. Some cherry tomatoes. You want to do these? Yeah. Want to dump them out? No. Can you dump them? Yeah. Can you dump them for the chicken? Oh, good job! Good job, thank you! Wow! I had to shovel a path here. Oops. This is where it's going now. Hey, no fighting, girls. No fighting. We got some new hens and they're still getting used to each other. This side is not as frozen. That's interesting. So just to say a few things that we've dealt with in the 4 years of having chickens. When we got our first batch, our friends gave us them and they weren't laying. They didn't know what was wrong with them. And I just happened to see a couple days after getting those chickens, there was a worm in their poop. So I dewormed them. It didn't take long, they started laying eggs. I'm just gonna try to break this up and then scoop it out with the shovel. So that was my first encounter with chickens, was worms. And then my daughter calls chickens caca for some reason, so she's not saying poop over and over again, she's saying chickens. Then I had a favorite hen and I accidentally killed her. She had sauerkraut, at least I think so. And I watched videos on how to drain it, and I thought I was doing it properly, and she literally died in my hands as I was draining her crop. So obviously I did something wrong. I was very sad about that. Hi. And then a few days later, my other favorite hen, of course, was just laying on the floor dead when I went to go collect eggs. So I have no idea what she died from. Oh yes, one of my hens had a vent prolapse, and luckily it wasn't like a complete prolapse. I just kind of monitored her, and somehow it fixed itself. I wasn't sure if I was prepared to deal with that one. But luckily I didn't have to, and I still have her, and she's healthy and well. And we had one hen who there must have been something wrong with her. I don't know what, but she was getting picked on like crazy, and I kept, making sure it wasn't getting too out of hand until one day we weren't home and we got back, and she was rough. The chickens are horrible when there's an injured chicken. So we took her out and we put her down. She was rough. I felt absolutely horrible. So yeah, we have had to deal with a lot of issues owning chickens. And now they have lice, and hopefully that's getting dealt with. They say lice and mites will breed in straw because it's hollow, but this isn't straw, this is just hay. So I don't know if hay is as much of a breeding ground as straw, but we get really cheap hay from a neighbor, so it's very convenient to just use hay on the ground. Hi. Hi. Yeah, this is big. I agree. Okay, chickens, you do not need to be in here right now. Get out. Come on. Go. What am I going to do with this big junk? Oh, that's heavy. So cute. Alright, so this is what it looks like all cleaned out. We just have a plywood floor, and it's held up really well. So definitely in the spring, I'm going to pressure wash this again, and it'll look way better, but this is already so much better than it was. So I need to see if I can actually use some of this, or if it's all frozen. Oh, this actually is not frozen. I lied. This top part isn't, but the rest is. I know some people say you should wear a mask when cleaning out your chicken coop. I never have. What are your thoughts on that? You think it's necessary? I don't know. I feel like people before us in the past generations would have never gone and grabbed a mask to put on to do their farm chores, but so along with the straw, I'm going to be putting down diatomaceous earth. It's not actually what it was called at the farm store. It was called a animal feed additive powder. But yeah, it's just diatomaceous earth, and I am very generous with it because I don't want bugs, even though I got them anyway. And when I first got into chickens and I didn't know much about this stuff, I went to the store to get diatomaceous earth, and it was like, I want to say $40 for a little container in the gardening section. Oh, there's a hole at the bottom of the bag. Yeah, it's ripped. I didn't know that. Nice. Oh, that works. Almost better, actually. Luckily I didn't buy it. I went to the farm store, and this bag was 25 bucks. So, like I said, it's just not called diatomaceous earth. I can't wait till summer when I can pressure wash these walls and get it looking even better, but this is a huge improvement. Somehow mice have been getting into our roof here, so I'm almost tempted to take all that insulation out and redo it and seal up the holes of how they're getting in. But at the same time, we got some barn walls. My husband took a barn down last summer, and we would love to build a barn, and if we were to do that, we would then get rid of this chicken coop. The chickens would be in the barn. I would love to get into rabbits possibly and get some goats maybe. I don't know, but I don't want to rush into that until we have proper housing and storage for that. In this climate, you need shelter. So we were thinking maybe doing a pole barn style, but again, I don't know if that's good in this climate because we have so much shifting in the ground. I don't know. But yeah, we got big plans. If we were to do that, I would gut this and turn it back into a playhouse. That's what it was when we originally got it, but I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. Anyways, I am absolutely disgusting. Believe it or not, I'm drenched in sweat and chicken shit dust and diatomaceous earth. So I'm gonna go take a shower. Thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.